Hello everyone. So this is second lecture of Unit 2. In this particular lecture, I will discuss about four quadrant operation of DC motor drives. Then I will discuss about different types of braking that is employed in DC motor drives. Then at the end of the lecture, I will discuss about some of the problems based on this concept. Okay. So as I discussed in the first unit about the four quadrant operation. So first quadrant, you can see here it is the motoring operation. So that means both speed and torque they will be positive. So anti-clockwise direction of speed and torque I'm taking as positive. Okay, and the current armature current that is entering in the motor I'm taking as positive. So you can see here in first quadrant is motoring operation. So motoring means it is taking power from the supply and it is delivering to the mechanical power to the mechanical load. Okay. So here back EMF it is positive, current is coming to the motor, it is positive. So product of these two is positive. That is the power developed by this motor. Okay. So here you can see EA opposes armature voltage. Okay. So this is the forward motoring operation mode because speed is positive, torque is positive. You can see on the y-axis it is speed, on the x-axis it is the torque. So in first quadrant it is the power is positive and the speed and torque both are positive quantities. So this we call as forward motoring mode. Now in second quadrant you can see here the torque is negative but the speed is positive. So power is negative. That means this motor is working like generator. Okay. So that we call regenerative braking. That means motor is acting like generator and it is supplying electric power to the source. Okay. So that means armature current is going back to the supply. So here you can see here that the back EMF is greater than armature voltage. Whenever back EMF is greater than armature voltage, this machine will work as generator and that mode will call regenerative braking. That means the motor torque is in clockwise direction, that is negative, and speed is still in the anti-clockwise direction. So whenever speed and torque are in opposite direction, so the speed will get reduced. Okay, so that means there will be a braking operation. Reduction of speed is nothing but braking operation. Okay, so this we call regenerative braking because whatever power generated or energy generated is fed back to the source. Okay, it is not wasted. Now third mode, you can see here it is torque is negative in this quadrant, speed is also negative. So if, if we multiply these two, we'll get positive power. Okay, so that means the motor is rotating in the reverse direction. You can see here speed is in clockwise direction, motor torque is also in clockwise direction. So product of these two will be positive. That means it is taking power from the supply, but the motor is rotating in the reverse direction. Similarly, you can see here this is the fourth quadrant. So torque is positive, speed is negative. So that means product of these two will be negative. So power is negative. Power is negative means again this is working as generator. This machine is working as generator. That means it is getting power back to the source. Okay. So this is again braking operation. Speed is in clockwise direction, negative direction, but torque is in anti-clockwise direction. So product of these two will be negative. Okay. So all these four quadrant operation is mentioned here in this line. You can read these to understand better. Now I'll discuss about different types of electric braking of DC motor. So in mechanical brake, actually there is a problem of uh, shoe you have to replace because there will be friction and wear and tear in the shoes, braking shoes. So you have to replace those shoes. Okay. So normally in drives you will find that most of the time you are applying electric braking to reduce the speed or to stop the motor. Okay. So there are three types of. So you can see here Whenever speed and torque they are in opposite direction, there will be braking operation. So there are three types of braking in DC motors. One is regenerative braking, second is plugging, then third one is the dynamic braking. So these three types of braking that are employed in DC motor drive. But these three types of drive cannot be used in all the DC motor drive. Okay, like in series motor, only plugging is possible. Regenerative braking and dynamic braking is not possible. But in shunt motor and separately excited DC motor, you will see that these three are possible. Okay, that I'll discuss next. So in regenerative braking, actually, the speed is made more than no load speed. The speed of the motor made more than the no load speed. So back EMF will be more than the armature voltage. Okay. So in that case, for example, if the driver was operated at omega ME, now once the speed become more than the no load speed, so the drive characteristic will shift to 0.2. Okay, that means the torque become negative. So whenever torque become negative, the speed will get reduced. Okay, so it will shift to the new point. So you can read here. Similarly, in plugging actually what will do, will reverse the connection of the armature. So if motoring operation the connection is like this, so in plugging mode this connection will be like this. So this point we have to connect here, and this point we have to connect here. By doing this, actually the armature voltage will become negative, so current will become negative. Why? Because the armature current is nothing but V minus E upon Ra. Okay, so here V become negative, so V and E both become, so minus V minus E upon Ra, that will be the armature current. So that means current will become negative. Okay, that means the current will flow from the motor to the source. That means it is working as a generator. Okay, so you can see in this armature voltage become negative, so this current become negative. So you know that these two voltages are add up now, and armature resistance is very small. So if we are not having any external resistance connected in the armature circuit, the current will be very high. So to limit the armature current, we are inserting one series resistance in the armature circuit during plugging. Otherwise, the armature current will be dangerously high. Okay, so this current is negative. So previously, for example, load torque was here, so the drives were working in this mode. So as soon as we applied the plugin, the characteristic will shift to this, and it will trace this motor characteristic. Okay, so at point 3 the speed becomes 0, but if we are not connecting the supply, if you are not disconnecting the supply, then it will rotate in opposite direction. So here you can see speed become negative and torque also become negative. So it is working as motoring mode, but the speed become negative. So we have to stop it at point 3 if you want to stop the motor. Okay. Now third type of braking is called dynamic braking. In dynamic braking, what we do, we actually remove the armature supply, then we connect an external resistor. So you can see here, field circuit we are not disturbing. We are disconnecting this armature supply to the armature of this DC motor. Then we are connecting one external resistance. You can see here Rx is connected. So whatever energy stored in this will dissipate in these two resistances. So current will flow because back EMF was here. Armature voltage becomes 0. So whatever energy stored in this, in mechanical part of this motor, that will be fed back to these two resistances. Okay. So from this diagram you can see here, again it was working at point 1, then after armature voltage becomes 0, so V minus E upon Ra, so V becomes 0, that means current armature current become minus E upon Ra. Again back EMF voltage is very high and armature circuit resistance is very small, so we have inserted this Rx to limit the armature current. Okay, so that armature current will be E upon Rx plus Ra. Now the torque become negative, speed is positive, so speed will come down, and after reaching at point 3 the motor will stop. Okay, So in short, if you summarize these three mode of operation, so in motoring operation, if it is a DC shunt motor, so field winding is connected in parallel with the armature and it is fed with the armature voltage. It is drawing current I and the armature is drawing current. For example, it is drawing IA. So we have written in the last class these three basic equations. So V is equal to E plus IA RA. So voltage across this is back EMF plus drop in this resistance. Okay, this resistance is the total resistance in the armature circuit. Okay, so IA armature current in motoring mode will be V minus E upon R, that is positive because V is more than E. For motoring operation, armature voltage must be greater than back EMF, then only the current will be positive. Okay, so back EMF we can write from this equation V minus IA into R. Now E we can replace K phi omega M. So omega M we will get V upon K phi. Again torque equation we can write K phi into Ia. Torque T is equal to K phi into Ia. So finally speed and torque equation we are getting like this. Okay. So for motoring operation V must be greater than E. Ia must be positive. Torque must be positive and speed must be positive. So these are the conditions for the motoring operation. If you are coming to the regenerative braking, so you can see here. So in that case back EMF E actually is more than armature voltage. So that means the current will flow from the armature to the supply. So basic equation again we can write V is equal to E plus IA RA. IA is equal to, we can write minus E minus V upon R. Since E is more than V, so this number is positive. So positive number, here we are having one minus sign. So the armature can become negative. Okay. Again substitute E is equal to V minus IA R. So omega speed and torque characteristic will get this. So for regenerative braking operation, the condition are V must be, that is armature voltage must be less than back EMF voltage, current is negative, torque is negative, but speed is positive. Speed equation you can see it is the same, so that product is negative. Okay, that means the power machine is working like generator, DC generator. Okay, similarly you can see the dynamic braking. So in dynamic braking what we have done, we have removed the supply and we have connected one external resistance in the circuit. So V is equal to E plus IA R, V may be at 0. So IA finally we are getting minus E upon R. So this number is a negative number. Okay. So E is equal to nothing but minus IA into R. E we again substitute K omega M phi or K phi omega M. So omega M we are getting minus T into R upon K phi square. So this is Y is equal to minus MX type line. Okay. So dynamic braking speed torque characteristic, it will pass through the origin, that we will see later. Okay. So the conditions are current, armature current is negative and torque value is negative. If speed is positive, torque will be negative. If torque is negative, speed will be positive. Okay. So you can see from this relationship, because this number, if you are taking positive, so speed will be negative. So torque must be negative if we want speed to be in the if speed is in the same direction. Okay. So plugging actually we have reversed the connection in the armature circuit. So we are having V is equal to minus E minus IA into R. So IA we are getting V plus E upon R. So this number is negative now because we are having one minus sign here. So for plugging this R, armature circuit resistance, that is total resistance, which is the summation of armature circuit resistance, armature winding resistance and the external resistance connected in the armature circuit. Okay. So to limit this high current that I discussed previously. Okay. So E is equal to minus V minus IA into R. Omega M you can see here minus V upon K phi minus TR upon this. So here you can see that no load speed is negative. Okay. That we'll see later once we will draw the torque speed characteristics. Okay. So here you can see the armature current is negative. Okay. And torque is also negative. Okay. So if we draw DC shunt motor, different characteristic at different voltages, uh, as I drawn in the last class. So this is first at different resistance value actually. So this is the second one, this is third one. So we are getting the same no load speed. Okay, you can see from this equation. So from this equation you can see, so this is the no load speed. So if we change the R value, that means the slope is getting changed. Okay, so if we are inserting more resistance, so slope will become more negative. Okay, but no load speed we are getting the same because we are keeping phi and v to be constant. Okay, so this is the part, this is we have drawn. Similarly, if no load speed is negative, so I'm talking about this part. If you want to plot, so this part no load speed is negative and slope is also negative. So no load speed is negative. So if we extend these characteristics with different value of resistances, we are getting this characteristics. Okay, so you can see here the first part, this portion actually in quadrant 1, this is forward motoring mode because torque and speed both are positive. Okay, so this we will call forward motoring mode. Similarly, this part both torque and speed are negative, so product of these two will be positive. So this we will call reverse motoring. The speed will be reverse, but still it will work as a motor. Okay. Now this part you can see, this we will call braking operation because torque is negative and speed is positive. So this is nothing but forward regenerative braking. Okay, because speed is in forward direction. So this portion we will call forward regenerative braking. Similarly, this portion will call reverse regenerative braking. Again, the torque is positive, speed is negative, but the product of these two will be negative. So this will call reverse regenerative braking. Okay. Now these portions actually we call forward plugging, and this portion will call reverse plugging. Okay. So these are the, so where is the dynamic braking? So dynamic braking, that means it must pass through this origin. So you can see here, for dynamic braking you can plot something lines like this. Okay, so these lines are for dynamic braking. Okay, so this speed is positive in this coordinate but torque is negative, so we will call forward dynamic braking. Okay, this portion, and here you can see the torque is positive but speed is negative, so product will be negative. So this portion will call reverse dynamic braking. Okay, mathematically you can see all the modes of operation in this. Okay, now I'll discuss about DC series motor. So how braking is done there, as I told that in DC series motor the dynamic braking as well as regenerative braking is not possible because field is connected in series with the armature. Okay, if the correct to make those connections is very difficult in series motor, so we are using only plugging in DC series motor. So R is the total resistance of the field winding armature circuit winding resistance. So again we can write V is equal to, so here it is field winding, the bike EMF generated. Again basic equation we can write V is equal to E plus IA into R. E we can write V minus IA into R. Omega M, as I discussed in the last class, you can see the last class, V upon K KF root T minus this. So this was the speed torque equation for DC series motor. But torque was given as K KF IA square. Okay, and back EMF is nothing but K phi omega M. Phi again KF IA. So K KF IA into omega M. Okay. So in plugging, actually what we do, we reverse the connection of the armature circuit. Okay. So back EMF is becoming negative now. So V is equal to minus E plus IA into R. So E, if we take E this side, V this side, so E will become minus V plus IA into R. So E we substitute KKF IA omega M. Okay. IA we substitute again root T upon under root KKF. Okay. So substitute here. So in plugging condition, we are getting speed torque equation like this. Okay. So torque is nothing but minus KKF IA square. So in plugging, torque is negative. Okay. So torque we are getting, because IA square is a positive number, these two coefficients are positive. So this we can see is a negative number. Okay. So DC series motor characteristic with resistances, we can change something like this. I discussed in the last class. Okay. Similarly for negative portion, we are having characteristics like this parallel line. Okay. So this portion, this is the first coordinate. So this will be called forward motoring operation because speed is positive, torque is positive. Similarly, this portion, third quadrant, we call reverse motoring. Here, speed again is negative, torque is negative, but product will be positive. So we will call that reverse motoring operation. So this portion actually is reverse plugging because speed is negative, torque is positive. So we will call reverse plugging. Product of speed and torque is negative, so it is braking operation. Braking is plugging type of braking. So we are calling it reverse plugging. Here we will call forward plugging because speed is still positive and torque is negative. Product of these two will be negative, and we will call this forward plugging, and this is series motor. Okay. Now I have taken one example. You can solve this example. So there is a motor of 30 kilowatt, 415 volt DC, which is braked by plugging. We have to, that means we have to reverse the voltage. Okay. Calculate the value of external resistance Rx to be placed in series with the armature circuit to limit the current to 164 ampere. The armature resistance of the motor is 0.1 ohm. So armature resistance is very small, and the full load armature current is 100 ampere at full load speed of 600 rpm. What is the braking torque? We have to also calculate that. So again we can write the basic equation, that is EA is equal to Vt minus Ia into R. So what is the back EMF generated? That is 405 volt. So once we are plugging operation is done, so these two voltages will be add up. Okay, V and EA both are added, so that will be 820 volt. Okay, because 450 in the armature voltage and back EMF is 405. In plugging operation, these two voltage are added. Okay, and the total resistance to limit current to 164 we can find. This divided by resistance, that will be the total resistance. So total resistance in the armature circuit will be 820 upon 164. Okay, so 5 ohm total resistance. So total resistance will be armature resistance plus external circuit resistance that is connected. Okay, so Rx we can find 5 minus 0.1. So 4.9 ohm you have to insert in the armature circuit to limit the current up to 164 ampere. If you want to further reduce the armature circuit current, you can increase this Rx value. Okay. Now if you we want to calculate what is the braking torque. So first you have to find what is the motor full load torque. So power is given. So speed into torque is nothing but power. So speed is given, power is given, so we can find the torque. Okay. So 30,000 watt divided by omega. Omega must be 600 rpm is given, so you have to convert into radian per second. That means you have to 2 pi n upon 60. Okay. So substitute here, you will find that torque is 483.7. That is motor full load torque. Okay. Now in DC machine, shunt machine, the flux is kept constant. So torque is directly proportional to the current. Okay. So braking torque, if you want to find what is the full load current and what is full load torque. So at what braking current you want to calculate the braking torque, you can find it. Simply you can write T is proportional to I. So T1 upon T2 will be I1 upon I2. Simple. Okay. Substitute those values, you will find the braking torque to be like this. Similarly, you can solve problem 2. Its solution is given. You read this problem and try by yourself. If you face any difficulty, please let me know, and I will discuss in next class. Okay. Thank you.